So stop me if you heard this one. I thought it was a pretty funny joke. So a few revolutionary Marxists leave a country, and then they go on to university, and one says to the other,
"It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support each other.
We must love and support each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
It is our duty to fight for freedom.
It is our duty to fight for freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and protect one another.
We must love and protect one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love each other and protect each other.
We must love each other and protect each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
Freedom reign.
No
Come on, y'all.
justice, no
Let freedom
peace.
reign.
Cause we hustle, we strive, all we want is to survive. Cause we hustle, we strive, all we wanna do is strive. Cause we hustle, we strive, all we want is to survive. Cause we hustle, we strive, all we want is to thrive.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
Cause we hustle, we strive, all we wanna do is strive.
It is our duty to win.
Cause we hustle, we strive, all we want is to thrive.
I need y'all to repeat after me. It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support each other.
We must love and support each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love each other and support each other.
We must love each other and support each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
Freedom!
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win!
It is our duty to win.
We must love each other and support each other!
We must love each other and support each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains!
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
it is a duty to fight for their freedom, they proclaim. Well, in the Communist Manifesto, it definitely says call for revolution. They want the revolution. The resistance says it is right now with their pathetic little hashtag. They therefore violently oppose all political action on the part of the working class. Such action, according to them, can only result from blind unbelief in the new gospel. What this should tell you is that the group that claims to be the oppressed, the victim class, they violently will oppose anything that might perceive them to put them in chains. To continue on in chapter 6 later in short, the communists everywhere support every revolutionary movement against the existing social and political order of things. So if they perceive that, institutional racism exists, structural racism exists, that the system is stacked against them, they demand a revolution against that. Revolutions always result in violence. Always. There's no getting around it. Have they resorted to violence? Let's ask the cops that have been ambushed because pigs in a blanket need to be fried like bacon, according to these revolutionary LARPing dumbasses. So yes, they have a duty to fight because they're communists. They believe they have no freedoms. And they spit in the very country's face that gives them the freedom to open their mouth and say they have no freedoms. It is a duty to win. Same line from the Communist Manifesto. They must support anything that destroys the existing social and political order of things. When you divided among race. It's easy to see the majority is white. The majority is male when it comes to leadership positions. They ignore biology. They ignore evolution because both of those must therefore be social constructs. Once you put them in that framework, you have every opportunity to revolt against that social order of things. It's not a natural order of things. It's now a social order of things. So when a kid is taught that this is the way it must be, this is where it's from. Now the thing that's added in there that's nowhere in the Communist Manifesto is an appeal to solidarity. This is a tribal instinctual addition. We must love and support one another, or we must love and protect one another. This is an appeal to the in-group. Once you're in this group, protect one another. Keep them safe. Create a solidarity amongst those that support you. Make sure they show up to the meetings. Make sure they don't betray you. And the last parts. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Well, the proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. If there's any doubt that communism is being taught through cultural Marxism to our children on college campuses by the uber social justice retardation cult that it is, these last two lines in the Communist Manifesto should put a nail in that fucking coffin. College campuses are teaching children to be communists, to revolt against the very country that has provided so much for so many, to spit in the face of people that have fought from the bottom to get to the top. And really what they want is a free ride through communism to get everything for free with zero effort in the long run. In a different video, I'm going to cover this entire book and show you and outline you the methodology and the thinking behind this kind of nonsense and bullshit and what they demand and why it's so eerily similar to social democratic positions. Never forget that the Declaration of Independence fought against tyranny and feudal systems. Communism has always resulted in a feudal lord, making sure that the government takes away from everyone and gives it back to everyone else. Disenfranchises those that are exceptional and makes them and forces them to uplift those that are not, whether they like it or not. Never forget that our Constitution demands all people be treated with equal dignity and respect. Well, just dignity, actually, not necessarily respect. But they all have rights, regardless of race, skin, creed, or religion. This particular set of ideological thinking does not allow for that, because there always must necessarily be an oppressed and oppressor in this manifesto. In-group or out-group. If you don't agree with them, you're out. Therefore, you are the enemy. This is a pretty dark video. I did it on purpose because this shit's nonsense. I've been meaning to put a clip like this together for a while, so I hope you somewhat enjoyed this. Maybe. I find it very disturbing because I have kids college age right now. And for them to get the type of jobs they're after, they need that piece of paper to get their foot in the door. And with the way the college campuses are right now, I'm very concerned that they'll be not indoctrinated, but maybe assaulted on campus by crazy dipshits covering their faces in all black, pretending that they're a revolutionary communist army. In fact, that's why I started all this. It started to become concerning because I have kids in that age. You've now affected me because you're affecting my children. So I will do everything in my power to oppose you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.
You must leave now. I believe you will be able to find the solution.